trouble. Welcome back, and congratulations to a man that we would like to call our own, but it's actually a man of Brown and Crouppen fame. Terry Crouppen just got married.
I just got married on the 15th.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this is the first appearance.
And to be honest with you, I am yours.
Right here. Well, thank you.
I am
very
yours.
much.
I belong to no one else.
I see right
except
through
you.
the ring. I do appreciate that greatly. So where does a man of your stature, of your caliber, go on a honeymoon with your new bride?
Disney World.
That's what I heard. That had to be a blast, though, right?
You know what? It was a blast in some ways, and in some ways, it's an enormously tiring experience. It's vast.
Oh, it's not a one-day kind of
affair. And for
affair.
some reason, they think it's cute to heat it up to like 100 degrees.
Well, that's what they do in Florida, Terry,
Oh,
typically speaking.
man, I'm telling you. And, you know, you sweat and you dry off. But it is a wonderful trip. I got to go with my son and my new sister-in-law, my new son. So we had a wonderful time.
Speaking of which, your son, Andy, along with Ed Herman, I think you've met him a time or two, they just basically usurped the throne while you were gone. They said they were in charge. You want to see what they were up to?
Well, I know what they were up to. They were working hard to help people with cases.
Well, sure.
Like they always are, like they do every day.
We have evidence of that very thing on tape. Take a look.
My father's away this week. He said we could do whatever we want on this segment, so we're going to brew beer.
Welcome. Hello. How are you? Good to see you. All right, I hear you guys want to learn a little more about beer.
We want to become brewmasters, but we only have one day.
It's not as easy as it looks.
We've got a lot of experience handling beer.
All right. Well, let's start over here at the beginning. All right, so this is our first stop. It's the mill room in the grain area. There's all the flours and ingredients and nuts and berries and whatever you're going to use. All different kinds of grains to make beer. Here, we're going to start out with this one. Why don't you guys taste this?
All right.
All right.
Tastes a lot like grape nuts. Oh,
Yep.
Goes right to your head, too. So where do we go from here?
So we're going to grind the grain. We're going to go over to the brew house. We're going to mix that with water and make some beer. So this is where the magic happens. We're taking the starch from the grain. We're going to turn it into sugar in the brew house and then feed it to the yeast.
Okay, so
Yep.
I'll put my desk somewhere right up there. Nice view of the spent grain bin, window seats
desk?
to see people coming and going.
See, at the brewery, you got to start out at the bottom and work your way up.
So I'll just put it here then.
Right there. All right, well, we can talk.
Okay.
Ed. Here are these valves. Because the contents of these tanks, the yeast and everything is under high pressure.
You know, we're under high pressure every day at Brown and Crouppen. This is nothing. I'm just wondering when we get to drinking. This all seems like a lot of work.
Come on, Ed, you got to give me a hand with something here. I can't brew 10 million bottles a year on my own.
These are supposed to be full.
No, here, this way. We brewed this beer.
We'll give you a call to find out when we start.
Yeah, tell you what, if there are any openings, we'll call you.
Okay. Well, maybe I could just follow up with you, no? Or
No, don't call us, we'll call you.
Okay,
It's good. We'll call you.
Okay.
I guarantee we'll call you.
They pay you here in beer. This is our paycheck for the day.
all right, come on, let's get out of here before they change their mind and want to give us like $6 an hour instead of this beer.
I'm speechless. Talk about a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
please.
he's out of the will. Cut him out of the will and fire Ed immediately. Oh, I'm sorry. No, these guys.
That's a remote control. That's not even a
These-
phone. No, I'm kidding.
That's
What'd you think of what the fellas were up to there while the cat's away?
To be honest, I'm not surprised.
No, I didn't think you would be.
I can't believe I leave for a minute and this is what they do. Oh well.
I am anxious to see next week's segment when I understand they'll have monogrammed sweaters with their first initial, their first name.
Yeah, in the jail.
Anyway, back to you and the marriage. Congratulations on the, yeah, it's about time. As much as we would love to live in this fantasy world where getting married is easy and it's a one-day thing and boom, you're done and the rest is just dewdrops and candy from that point forward, it's a little more complex than that.
No.
No, that's it?
No.
Wow.
Dewdrops, I was wiping them off my coat when I walked in. No, you know what? It's my lovely wife, Tina. It worked for months and months to make it a wonderful day for me. And I couldn't be luckier or happier. But there are some things, you know, you do have to put together two families. It creates many. I have 1 million in-laws now.
Yeah. And a lot of people watching do too, or they have children from previous marriages or children from the new marriage.
It's, you know, it's life though. You know, your option is to live or to die. And I think, you know, starting, I've always felt personally, I'm best when I'm mated to another human being. And you know, I was divorced and I went through a period of time and I decided that was not the life for me. So I went out and found a life and made a life for myself with the help of a wonderful woman. And you know what's sad? I see people that kind of give up on that, you know, because it is one of those, it just looks like it's so difficult to put a life together. And it is a huge task, but I assure you it's worth it.
Yeah, when you're at the bottom of that valley, it's
yeah,
tough to
you
envision
really, yeah, I
yourself
mean,
back
yeah,
on top.
and you, just the amount of what you're going to have to go through to get there, but I'm glad I did.
Well, we are too.
You know, and
You
you
look
guys,
good with the new hardware.
yeah,
I
I'm
like
telling
it.
you,
It's a good look.
I'm training myself on a ring, and it isn't the easiest. And I know you all have your own problems
right.
out there,
Oh, listen
and
to
I don't want to
Terry
make. But thank you very much, and you guys have all been wonderful. It's like
Well,
a big
thank
family here, and I'm like the no good uncle.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
said that
Yeah.
because we were thinking it. We
Yeah,
just didn't.
people always borrowing money from me.
If you have a legal question or perhaps a marital question
Yes.
for Mr. Terry Crouppen,
Yes.
let us know and we'll make sure it gets passed along to him. You can email us at camov.com. Congrats on the nuptials, and we look forward to having you back some more.
Thank you, man.
You bet.